You know, I'm Madison Hill.
And I'm Tiana. I'm filling in for Courtney today because he's still away at a wedding. That is one long wedding.
Yes, it was on a Sunday. Those are kind of the worst, but that's okay. You're here. We're excited.
Here, stepping out from behind the scenes to come and hang out with you guys for a bit today again.
If you guys watched on Friday, you know that Tiana has a lot of hot takes. Sometimes the opposite of me, and I know you're going to
We're very opposite.
Probably feel the opposite way with this Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber situation, but it'll be good. We're still friends.
We have opposite views, but
that's okay.
Madison and I are like actually friends, so it's not just like
Yes, it is okay. We're talking, of course, this Justin Bieber making fun of Taylor Swift. Hailey's getting involved. She's clapping back on social media because the Swifties are obviously coming for her and Justin. We're also talking about Bella Thorne now revealing she's in a relationship with a woman.
At
the same time as a man, a throuple.
Well, I feel like they're separate partners. I don't actually feel like it's a throuple, but we'll get into it.
I think it could be.
It
might be going that way.
We'll dissect, because I have some thoughts on it.
Oh, God, I can't wait to hear. We're also going to talk about Rihanna. She made an announcement that is unfortunately not music, but equally still cool. We're also talking about Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello, what they do on their perfect dates and what they have to do to start a conversation with each other. Right?
Oh, my God, I cannot wait to get into that tea, because my thoughts on this are... They're hot takes, put it that way. They're sham relationships.
Well, we all think it's a sham, so it's okay.
That even further proves it, what they were discussing.
The fact that, just a little hint, she has to pull out conversation topics on her phone when they're on a date. That to me says you're struggling.
And just the way he describes it as well, we'll get into it, but the way he describes...
Are you talking about the Tangled thing?
Just everything, the way they talk about their relationship, and... It just seems so PG. It's literally a friend. You could copy and paste that into you talking about your friends.
Right. We're also going to talk about Miley, Cyrus, and Cody Simpson. They were all over each other again this weekend. Miley was clapping back. We actually brought the receipts to her statement that she posted on Instagram and Twitter about how she is back to the dating game and how it's different if, she was a man, blah, blah, blah.
I support that post. I mean, at first I was like, uh-oh.
I support the post, but I still feel like she's going wild.
I think the post was wild, but I think what she's saying in it is facts.
Okay. All right. We'll break it all down. Of course, then we're going to get into car dinner tea time. Kylie and Taiga were seen again this weekend at a club past midnight. Nothing good happens after midnight.
And also, why are you arriving at like 1 a.m.?
Exactly.
Man, I'm in bed at 1 a.m.
I'm just saying, Kylie and Taiga again. I think something's going on. Chloe and Lamar ran into each other. It's a whole other thing. And then, of course, we'll get into all the Bieber news. He announced that he's going to apparently be dropping new music before the end of the year. His mom was gushing about Hailey on Instagram. And then we'll get into how he shaded Taylor Swift. We have Isabella. Any advice of not knowing what to study?
Like in
school, in college? I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Just think of what you like to do and what you'd want to do every day. That's what I did.
Also, I think just like tapping into your natural talents as well. Like if you're good at something, I feel like good at talking, so I wanted to be within media. Even if I was behind the scenes, I was like something within that is something I want to do.
I always wanted to be in LA, do something with celebrities, entertainment news, and I was like, I could talk to a wall, so maybe I should just talk about celebrities.
I could talk to a wall, savage. But just go with your natural talents, I think, and what you're interested in. Even if it's something like, I like watching history documentaries. Maybe you should study history.
You could work on the History Channel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love how she translated it into media.
I know.
She said nothing about that.
I don't know about that. Oh, thank you so much for the orange compliments. I just got the shirt, $10 at Target. So yes, love a good Target find.
Target. I never shop at Target.
You never?
No.
Really? Oh my gosh.
I always forget.
Best random stuff.
Well, they don't have Target in Canada, and I'm from Toronto, so I feel like they used to. They tried it, so I didn't get I didn't grow up with a Target.
Okay,
so
well, I'll take you shopping at Target,
Madison's
and I will
take
show
me shopping at Target.
Where you need to go, the little athletic area, the Halloween t-shirts.
The Halloween t-shirts.
The Halloween t-shirts. We have Samantha, yay, I'm not sick anymore, finally catching the live. Love you guys. Good morning, T-Tribe. Yes, good morning. Alex says, I love sleeping.
I was just
Is there anything I could study for that?
Like sleep therapy? You know, people study sleep.
Can't you also get paid for participating in sleep studies?
I was just going to say, can't you participate?
That would be my thing, to get paid to fall asleep.
And a job maybe that you can work from home so you can make your own hours.
Oh, that would be great. I would have no bags under my eyes if I was able to get paid to fall asleep. That sounds amazing. We have Karina just made it in now. How hot is the tea today? The tea is really, really, really freaking hot. Autumn says, morning Madison, still in London. Tried that tea. It was great. Oh, so she is in London. I told her she had to go do high tea at this point.
Okay.
Because it
Perfect.
is the best ever. Yes!
I see people asking, where's Courtney? Don't worry, he's back tomorrow, guys. I'm sorry, but he's away. He's at a wedding. I usually am one of the supervisors here, so I just stepped in to fill in for Courtney.
She has to look at my face a bunch of times a day.
Yeah, so
we got to be kind to her. You guys know we got to show Tiana some love, Leo some love, Shambong Dave some love, because without all of them, you guys wouldn't get these amazing videos and all of this fun stuff. And then I couldn't sit at the table and be able to talk to you guys. So we're very thankful.
I see a lot of Madison
for everyone in this room. Jennifer says, I need to know when Selena will have her new album out, please. There's been all of this speculation that Selena's posting hints on her Instagram, apparently, like certain album names and things like that.
I don't think she's going to put out new music anytime soon.
She's supposed to put a song, at least one song out before the end of the year. Hopefully a new album by early 2020.
I would love that. I mean, I think she's not focused on music right now. She just released the documentary series, the Netflix series. So, and that's way different to anything she's been doing. And I think she's kind of like exploring her producer career. Obviously, like 13 Reasons Why, and then now this. I feel like I haven't seen Selena like really interested in music and posting about music in a while.
I'm ready though for her to have music. She did post that she was in the studio, so I think something is coming. I want to shout out Carmen, best girls ever. Thank you so much. We're sending you the best day ever. We have France. Let's see. Magdalene says Francia said her music is body shacking vibes. Ooh, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that means.
I think it's body shaking vibes.
Body shaking vibes.
Body shaking vibes.
You love talkie. You were like about that. Madison was singing that in the office for days.
I am. That's why I want Selena to tap into her Latin side. So we can get a little rumba situation. Yes. Okay, I know you like to dance. I saw you this weekend, girl.
Okay, Madison.
I'm a solo dancer over here.
Madison and I went to the like fancy polo match in LA, and I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. So.
It was VOOV, the VOOV Polo Classic. I've been waiting to go to that forever. Tiana got to come too.
Yeah, and I just was listening to the like hip hop and rap playing and being like, oh, this is a good song. Every 2 seconds, we'd be like, this is a jam.
We were shoulder shaking. We kept it classy, but still definitely had some twerking involved because it is obviously me, of course. We also have Amal. Let's see, we have someone celebrating a birthday. We got a lot of OG Tribe people in the chat. I see you guys.
Hey everyone.
Hello, hello. Thank you for sticking with us from the beginning. Make sure you guys are continuing to share this video, subscribing, clicking the bell, all of that good stuff.
Click that bell.
Click the bell. I know that the whole notification system is wonky on YouTube. We don't know how to fix it.
We're just telling you to click it because that's the best we can do. We're like, we don't know.
Just set a phone alarm. That's the best way to do it because clearly YouTube is always slack-a-lackin'. So we can't rely on them.
And the tea is hot today, so
it really is.
Monday morning tea is always really hot, I feel like.
Yeah, because celebrities are always acting up over the weekend.
Acting up over the weekend.
Also, shout out Amber. It is her birthday. Gila says, so excited Tiana is back. Friday was a blast.
Guys.
Yes, it was. And Ashley says, digging your new co-host, Madison. So straightforward, ladies. Love it.
Aw, thanks,
you guys knew. I said, because Courtney can't be here, we're going to introduce you to some of our friends. And Tiana is one of them.
And I'm one of them. Friends / work at Up7 just decided to come on today.
Yes. Also, Bianca wants to know, do we like Big Time Rush? Do you know who Big Time Rush is?
I do. Not the biggest fan, but.
Okay. I haven't really listened to any of their new stuff. I met them a long time ago when I interned at a radio station in high school.
Okay. Yeah, that's like a throwback. I haven't heard that name.
Right?
I was like caught off guard when you said it. I'm like, did I hear that right?
Well, I think they're kind of trying to come back, but I just remember because Carlos Pena, I don't know, Vega, whatever, which one is his last name? He's married to one of the girl from Spy Kids.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but before he was married, he was like flirting with me and the other intern. And I was like, oh my God,
Madison.
yes. And he was like, do you want to ride roller coasters with us? And then our bosses wouldn't let us. I was so pissed. But yes,
girl.
TBT. So I don't know much about Big Time Rush, what they're doing now, but back in the day, they were it. They were it. And yes, hopefully we will be getting that Selena collab. Fingers crossed.
I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. I mean, at the same time, maybe it's like one of those things like you don't necessarily want to like work with your friends to ruin the relationship. Right. You never know.
I don't know. I'm hoping on Selena's album that it'll happen. I'm hoping. We have Laura. She said she hosted our annual fall party this weekend. Best ever. Tons of games. All the soups, breads, apple and pumpkin favorites, s'mores, and of course, libations.
Oh, Madison loves a libation.
I love a good libation. And
no shambong today, though.
No
There will not be a shambong.
No, I was laughing at Wesley because he was like, you guys should come up with like other things for other days of the week. And I'm like, if we drink every day of the week, I think our bosses are going to think that we
Tequila
have an
Tuesday,
alcohol problem.
make it a whole thing.
I've already slid in Tequila Tuesday and Chambong Friday. I feel like if we had Wine Wednesday, they'd be like, Maddison.
Wine Wednesdays.
We're calling AA.
Do you have to drink to be able to do your job?
Exactly. I don't know if I want that going on. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think, okay, the person who's named Selena in the chat, I know, not the Selena Gomez, but Haley liked another pic of Selena.
Yeah.
It's just a whole big mess of what's going on social media, especially when it comes to this Taylor Swift thing, because of course that's still a connection to Selena. Then we have, obviously her thing with Justin. And yes, Taylor performed on SNL this weekend. It was so, so, so good. Yeah. I love Taylor Swift. I know you're kind of
I'm not
mixed.
a Swiftie. I just think, especially with this news going on right now, I know the whole banana video everyone thought was super funny, and like I said Friday, I thought it was very PG, and to go on a late night talk show and talk about that for 5 minutes, I just kind of feel like was a bit of a waste of time on her part.
But now Justin's making fun of her.
Yeah, we
so
can
he's
definitely get into that.
bringing it back to life.
I feel like
I'm mad about it.
Well, it was on a live chat as well, a live stream on Instagram. So I feel like maybe he didn't realize what he was doing at the time, but on the internet, everything lives.
Yeah, everything lives. I mean, it's now being tweeted everywhere. Maya says, I love Taylor, but the fact that Swifties are on Twitter right now dragging Haley is so sad. I almost blame Haley, though. She has to learn how to stop responding to every little thing. Exactly, Maya.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into all of that. I think we should just go ahead and start.
Yeah, we
Let's
can start.
Pour the tea.
Oh.
Are you good at pouring tea? Can you
love
pour
a good bit of tea. I love how I already have a mug.
I know,
here
you already
too.
have a mug.
But that's just water. Yes, I put water in a mug. Long story.
Okay, got it. She's scared. You don't like plastic. You said you get allergic to
I just feel
plastic.
like it's just wasteful, so I just
and
that's all we have here.
That's so nice that you care about the planet. I love that.
We're just gonna be known as the hippie on here.
The hippie
perfect.
Tiana. Cheers. Let's get into it. We're
what kind of tea
drinking
is this?
Harney and Sons. I made it really quick.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, there's a little fruity taste to it.
Right?
Okay.
Isn't that good? It's very robust, as I like
I
to
love
say.
a bit of tea.
A good robust tea. Okay.
I'm not a coffee drinker, so.
Oh God, I have to have at least 2 cups of coffee a day. Real bad, real bad. Anyway, let's talk about Bella Thorne. We're gonna kick it off. I can't wait to hear what you think about this.
Yeah.
So over the weekend, she posted a picture of her in bed with another woman, obviously revealing that she is also in another relationship while being still in a relationship with Benjamin Mascalo. So she posted these 2 pictures and said, she's with a girl who's camera shy. This is the first girl she's with that's camera shy.
It's a mystery woman.
Right, because we know she was with Tana Moja before, who is
definitely not camera
the opposite of camera shy. And at first, everyone was like, oh, did she break up with Ben? What's going on? Oh my gosh. But then he commented on the picture and said, you girls are cute.
Kind of giving his approval. I think Bella's always been polyamorous. And she's always had sort of a primary partner, which has been a male, and she always branches into sexual relationships with women. So I think that's what she's doing here.
So do we think they're a throuple or not yet?
I don't think throuple. I think he was kind of commenting to give his approval. It doesn't seem like throuple vibes yet, because we've only seen a photo of her and this woman.
That's
true. So we don't even know. I'm
assuming she was in a similar situation with Tana and Maud Sun, and when they were all 3 together, Tana and Maud Sun, I believe, never had anything sexually going on. Bella and Maud Sun had something, Tana and Bella had something, and it never crossed over.
It never seems to be throuple. I think it's easy for us to assume she has a boyfriend and a girlfriend. It's a throuple, but I think she just is very used to having her, once again, primary partner. It's a thing, so.
Right, and she is very open about her sexuality and how it's different, and I feel like she owns it, which is amazing. That's great. I just think it's interesting. I want to know who this girl is.
I think it's also interesting that she cannot have a relationship without posting about it.
Right.
It has to be an immediate, look at my new partner, bah! And I think that's maybe also where her and Tana went wrong. If they really did like each other, they were posting all the time. So it's just automatically entering yourself into a public relationship. And if this person is so camera shy and doesn't want to show their face, I'm sure they're kind of well, why are you posting about me? So I don't know if I believe that.
Okay, you're not totally on board yet.
Camera shy, I think it's just okay.
And she might not even be in a full-on relationship. She might just be messing around with this girl and just trying to, again, I feel like Bella Thorne always tries to just push the envelope and go with the shock factor.
Definitely.
Whereas even if she's not fully invested in it, it might just be oh, I'm in bed with a woman. Ah! You know what I mean? It's okay, she probably has something coming out soon.
Yeah.
That she's going to need to start pushing out there.
She's talked a lot about being pretty open and I guess bisexual and everything. I think the only thing is there's this whole thing surrounding obviously biphobia and people can't choose and this and that, and to each their own. I'm very much I like to be with just one person and that's it.
Same.
But
no.
I think listen, she's living her best life, and I think she's pretty open about it. So we don't really know
More
what's going
power
on.
to her.
I definitely don't think a throuple vibe.
Okay.
I think that's different.
Okay. Chase says, where's Bella's porno? So I don't think she's ever going to actually star in a porno.
She directed one.
She did direct one for Pornhub. Do you think you'd ever see her actually being in one? I could see it.
I could 100% see it. I think like next step is like
doing one.
Oh my God, I don't want to think about that. Like, no offense, but just
I can literally see Bella and Tana doing a porno. If you guys agree, let us know in the chat.
Let us know in the chat.
I wouldn't want to watch it, but I can see that coming out as an announcement at some time.
I'm not surprised that she had her like directorial debut on Pornhub. I'm not really surprised, but and she's like nominated for awards for it or something. I was reading today, and I'm like, okay. Is that just because she's famous?
Like, talent?
Well, I'm just like, is that because
she's
famous and like they're like, oh, a famous person directed this like award?
Here's an award, yeah.
Yeah, but I could see her starring in one, like Savage, but. I mean, are we wrong?
No, normally not. And a lot of people are saying, yup. Olivia says, I can as well. She has porno vibes.
Yeah, I think she's just open in that sense. And obviously she has like a boyfriend who's open to her fooling around with other people. So would probably be open-minded to
I'm sure he's like,
porn.
oh yeah, you in bed with another woman.
Yeah, also such like a eye roll for me to hear.
Stereotypical
like, you know, a stereotypical
situation.
like just guy be like, oh yeah, 2 girls.
Let's move on and talk a little bit about Rihanna. She revealed just a little bit ago, actually, on Instagram that she has a new book coming out. It's essentially a collection of images from her career. She admitted that it's 5 years in the making, and it's her first piece of art in a new industry. And you can pre-order it's just literally called the Rihanna book. Now, my question for you is, does this suffice, or do you still want new music?
Oh, I love Rihanna in like all types. I feel like I would definitely read her book. I think she has a lot to say. She's very intelligent. Mm-hmm. She's branched out and been successful in all these other platforms, not just music, but makeup and clothing. And I would be very interested to read a book. I'm not opposed to the book.
Okay.
I think she will talk about music a lot in it as well. So it's kind of like teasing maybe possibly new music if she's going to release something. It might be a great like kickstart.
See, I saw this and I was like, that's great, Rihanna,
but where's the tunes? We need work by Rihanna and Drake again.
Yeah. Like I'm just saying, we know that she's registered for a song with Megan Thee Stallion. Last week we talked a little bit about how she's been working out, trying to get her stamina up for this new album, all of those things. So I'm just kind of like, this is great and all, but
I mean, I definitely am down for the tunes. I would love for her to release new music. I don't think we're gonna see that anytime soon unless it's a feature like you're saying with like Megan Thee Stallion. I think she's very focused on other things right now.
Which
it
is
seems
great.
that way. Like she's just branching further and further. Like
the
makeup, then the clothing, then the book.
I feel like if she gets too far away though, that could be bad, don't you
She's
think?
trying to cement her brand. She's trying to say like, look at all this I can do. You're now buying my makeup, you're wearing my clothes, you're gonna read my book. And then you're gonna listen to my new album.
Which I totally respect, but still. We have some people saying new music coming soon. Whitney says, I'm trying to shake my booty again.
Yeah, people are like, time for the music. I don't care about the book.
I can't wait, and especially a tour. And then Boular says, I want a Nicki and Rihanna collab.
Well, Nicki's retired now, so
she still has an album allegedly coming out that she's been teasing. You know, she talked about that with her Fendi collab. But yeah, I'm really hoping that this is just a step in the direction of music.
Someone said, is she preggers?
So that hasn't been confirmed or denied yet whether or not she's pregnant. And if you notice, she has been kind of careful about what pictures she posts.
Yeah, and there was like bump photos. Also just like...
Did you saw the pictures of her from the Diamond Ball?
I did.
That was a bump.
At the same time, sometimes like the uterus just gets in the way. And it's like, you know, you eat a lot and...
I'm sorry. I eat a lot consistently. I consistently have babies, and that was a bump.
Okay, but you're not telling me that sometimes when you eat a little too much or a little certain something that like you have a bit of a bloat and then you're like, huh.
Yeah, you bloat, but that was like a low bump. I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
I thought it was definitely
if it's a bump, I mean,
belly.
Hell yeah, I think Rihanna would be a great mom. So.
No, I think so too. And if it's a bump, that makes sense why she's doing this book now
of course.
To further prolong.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying also sometimes I eat a lot and then I look in the mirror and I'm like, huh. A little large today.
Oh, that's about a 3-month-old bump.
Yeah, that's about 5 months right here. 1 pizza equals 5 months.
Exactly. I don't know. I definitely think that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on, but no one from her team has said yes or no, which again, is something a little bit telling for me. I feel like if it was a definite no, when all of that was trending on Twitter and all of that was going around, they would have come out and been like, you guys suck, she's just bloated,
but then
she just ate a lot.
How Cardi B also did something similar where she did come out and say, I'm not pregnant, I'm just fat, or whatever.
Yeah, she's like, let me fat in peace.
Yeah, and then that almost like, people are like, okay, she's like just eating or whatever, and then she was pregnant. So
that's true. So I guess
you just
even
never know.
Clapping back isn't even a full
it's
yes
not
or
a
no.
full yes or no, exactly.
Very
I mean, she
true.
definitely could be pregnant. Wouldn't hate that.
Exactly. And she's dating a billionaire, so.
Definitely wouldn't hate that
Definitely
for her.
wouldn't hate
but
that.
She's got her own. She doesn't need a billionaire.
No,
she's got her own.
I know, but I'm just saying, that's, nice genes to add into the pool. Like,
rich genes.
Not bad. Not a bad person to procreate with, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's move on and talk about Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello.
Yes, let's get into this.
Are you ready?
Madison, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. I need to discuss.
Q&A with fans in Malaysia. Shawn talked about what a typical date is like with him and Camila.
And just listen to this, please.
It is a bit of a snooze fest, I have to say. So he said that they wake up and they find the nearest coffee that they can get their hands on because they're always in different countries and cities when they see each other. He said that she'll have a half cup of coffee and he'll have like 3 cups of coffee.
Weird with like the specifics,
Right?
trying to distract from the fact that you don't know what you do on your date
I'm also
night.
just like, ooh, wild, 3 cups of coffee.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Yeah, that's true.
And then he said they'll typically grab a bite to eat and then watch a movie. And then he said Tangled specifically because Camila loves Tangled.
So romantic.
So romantic. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a good Disney movie. You guys know I love Disney. I love going to Disneyland. But on my dates with someone who looks like Shawn Mendes, I'm not trying to watch Tangled.
And it's also the way he's describing it. Like, really reread the statement. Is this not exactly what you do with your friends? And there's a difference, I feel like, when you're setting up or talking about a date. Like, you usually say, like, oh, we were cuddling on the couch, we had wine, we watched a movie. He's just saying, we watched a movie, it was Tangled. You're not dating.
Yeah, Kim
like,
says,
it's further
for
proven.
a date movie, caffeine and chill, exactly, so boring. And that's just my thing, like, exactly. I think, like, Tangled is cute. You guys know I love that, but I guess it's just a little, the whole thing just seems a little odd to me and very G.
It's very G-rated, and it's just not the way you talk about a significant other. There's a way you talk about your friends and describe what you do with them, and then there's a way you talk about your significant other. Even just in a more romantic light, like, you know me, like, I'm always speaking so highly of, like, my partner, so it's just, like, there's different vibes.
You just are not getting a girlfriend-boyfriend vibe. We have Autumn saying they are such zzz. Yes. Another fan even asked them what they talk about when they're together, and he said they talk about a lot of random topics, and then this is what he used as an example. He said, and one time at dinner, Camila pulled out a list on her phone and asked, what would you do if it was your last day on Earth? I'm like, so if you're at dinner and your day has to pull out a list of conversation topics, that does not tell me that you're compatible.
Well, they asked, like, what's your favorite topic to talk about with Camila? And once again, if it's your significant other, would you not be talking about, like, oh, the future, traveling, being together, like, all these other things to say?
Or even to, like, we're so much alike, like, we just talk about the most random things, we never stop talking.
Yeah,
oh
she's very random and says, like, pulls out topics on her phone.
I'm just saying, like, if I was, that's what I would do on a really bad date. Like, I'd be like, oh, God.
Run through the topics.
We're drowning here, we're drowning here, we're drowning here. Would you rather do A or B?
Like, that's interesting how you said also what you would do on, like, let's say a first date.
Yeah.
If you're actually with someone for that long, you would think you would have other things to talk about.
And they've also been friends for a really long time. Like, they've been supposedly best friends for all of these years and just realized, you know, that they actually love one another. I just feel like it's really weird.
They're very vague.
Very, very, very vague. Gila says, girl has her notes app ready to go when that awkward silence hits. Yeah. Which personally, I feel like this just contributes to the fact that people think this is for PR and this is fake.
Well, someone also said they seem like they're still in the honeymoon stage. I actually don't agree with that because I feel like if you were in the honeymoon stage, you would be talking all lovey-dovey and very romantic.
Right.
So
and
if anything,
talking about
maybe
the future and all that stuff.
If they were together, it is a sham relationship. You could not convince me otherwise. This is just pushing it more and more into the narrative of their friends.
It's a fake relationship.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like if you were in the honeymoon stage, then you should be talking really lovey-dovey and, I don't know, just in a different tone. It's just the tone of it, like, really read it back. And
no, I totally agree. I'm laughing at 901 Erica because she said, a fly on the wall would be bored. Gabby says, just break up already and come out with new music. Jessica says, totally staged, but one of the performances of a lifetime, talking about, obviously, when they performed with the VMAs together.
Yeah, someone said, did he ever say he loved her back?
Okay, so as of right now, not publicly. So obviously we don't know what they do do when they're watching Tangled. They might be saying I love you to each other
I love
all
you
the
so
time.
much. This is so romantic.
I love you, I love you.
But you could also say you love someone as a friend. I feel like Camila's
Right.
like, I love him so much. And I mean, I've said that to my friends, like, oh,
Right.
like, I love them. Like, they're so funny or something. Like,
Exactly, but he has not publicly said in an interview that he loves her, which she has said a couple times.
which
So-
I feel like he's been a little bit more beat around the bush with things. Maybe
Right.
he's like not comfortable. Because once again, if it is a fake relationship, he's probably not comfortable lying. He's Canadian, I'm Canadian. We don't like lying. We don't know how to lie that well. So I feel like he's just like very polite.
You guys are too nice.
He's just polite, so he doesn't want to. This is why he's saying things as like filler. It's just very vague, and I don't know.
I think maybe he should. I love that he does Q&As with his fans, but I feel like every Q&A session he like says something about him and Camila that just like does not do their
maybe
reputation justice.
It's time to let the Q&As go if you're that awkward
just
about
for
it.
right now, because I feel like it's not going well. We have someone trapped, chase away. That's oddly true. More of a showmance. Ooh, I like that.
A showmance.
Instead of a sham. A showmance. I like that. Jessica says hashtag facts, Tiana.
Thanks,
okay, let's
Jessica.
move on and talk about Miley Cyrus and Cody Simpson because there's a lot
there's
to
a
break
lot
down here. So first, let's talk about how Miley went off on Instagram, of course, after the video surfaced of her making out with Cody while getting an acai bowl. Again, we were kind of like, weird timing, but girl, you gotta do you, okay.
Do you.
So first she posted a picture of Cody on her Instagram and wrote, 22, check, Australian, my type, check, abs, check, hot girl fall, check.
See, I said this Friday. I'm all for Miley being single, and I think she had said, which we'll get into as well, in her post that if a guy was doing this, you wouldn't be like slut shaming them. So, and I kind of agree with that. I think.
Right.
But the one thing that I have an issue with is she's posting this. It's very like rubbing Liam's face, like I'm seeing someone new, and it's very fresh. And also, she was just dating somebody else as well, Caitlyn. So it's very like. I'm all for being single once again, but to rub it in someone's face, I just think that's a bit disrespectful. You were married to somebody.
And
like,
with
respect
them for
that.
almost 10 years.
Respect that, and you do you in private. I understand cameras caught her making out with Cody and she's poking fun at it. But you know, the post saying like, can a girl like make out in peace? That's funny, do you. But then posting again saying like, my type, Australian, this and that. Once again, check marking Australian, looping it back to Liam.
Exactly.
It's just a little bit unnecessary. Like, girl, do you in private.
And that's the thing. It seems very immature to me. Like, it's not even necessarily that I'm like, oh my God, this girl's bouncing around. Like, whatever, that's totally fine. I just feel like the whole posting it on social media is just super immature and just kind of like, oh, I don't really like that.
Are we in high school again that you need to be like posting about this?
Exactly, and trying to make people jealous. Like, again, exactly what you said. Then she posted this video of them in backyard bowls and said, can a girl not get it? Effing acai bowl and a morning makeout session in peace. Like, okay, whatever. And then we're gonna get into this whole statement that she posted. I mean, she definitely went to town on the Notes app on her phone.
Yeah, I think I saw that first and was like, uh-oh.
Yeah,
like,
because we saw this actually going to the polo match. Like, before we had any shams at all, I was like, oh God, we're going to have to get into this. First, she said, I know the public feels invested in my past relationships because they saw it through from the beginning. I think that's why people have always felt so entitled over my life and how I live it because they've watched me grow up. But I am grown now and make choices as an adult. But also, I'm just like... But you're still posting it on social media, which whether or not you're an adult or not, as soon as you put that out there, you're giving people the opportunity to criticize you or not.
And I don't think she should have to explain herself. I think she went above and beyond even posting this. And I think she wanted, because we are very focused on Miley right now. Like, I think everyone's talking about her relationships. So I understand she wanted to clear it up. And I actually think she did it the right way posting this. Like, we've talked about Cardi B coming after people on lives and being like very inappropriate and rude. We talked about this Friday.
Yeah, insulting people.
And, like insulting people, whereas I feel like she's just defending herself here, and that's okay.
Right. Then she went on to talk about what you were saying, like men, especially successful ones, are rarely slut-shamed. They move on from, you know, one beautiful young woman to the next, most times without any consequences. So what you were saying. Then she said, 3, I refuse to recluse and date from home because A, that's not fun. B, extremely uncomfortable / puts me in a vulnerable position. I would like to share an activity with someone I am dating and not be stuck at home with pretty much nothing to do but Netflix and chill. I think that's fine, but I feel like making out with somebody, getting caught, and then posting about it is a bit much.
I think she's just come out of a marriage and she feels that she has a lot to catch up on. She was in a relationship for a really long time, and I think she's like, I missed out a lot while I was married. I missed out a lot on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I can't get that out because I was married, and she wants to go and date a bunch of people. And once again, I think she's just single.
Right, and she said, this dating thing is new to me. I've never been an adult / grown-ass woman experiencing this. I was in a committed relationship, like you were just saying, for most of her 20s. I was working my tush off. Don't effing pity her, not what I'm asking for. I have a great life and I wouldn't trade privacy, but please don't make this awkward for me. I'm trying to make light and like always make fun of myself and the public's perception of me. Get used to me dating. This is where I'm at. # hot girl fall.
She definitely got very defensive, so I think something struck a chord with her, and I think a big thing that she pointed out was, once again, if a man was doing this, no one would bat an eye.
Yeah.
And I do agree with that. I think we've seen people go on, to date a lot of people at once, and I think the only thing is that Liam is very private, so we haven't heard much from him, and this does feel like rubbing it in his face.
I think just because this is now the second relationship she's jumped into since splitting with Liam. Like, we had Caitlyn, that was a lot, and now it's like, oh, someone else, this is another person, that's a lot. Also, shout out Ermina, where's my Lupus Warriors at? Yes, good morning, y'all. We're sending you healing vibes. Hope you're feeling good today, Ermina. We are sending it to you. I don't know, I do agree with what she's saying, but at the same time, I still stand by the fact that I just feel a little like off-putting about the fact that she's just so in everyone's face about it. But again, I think that's just my own personal preferences because I tend to lean on the conservative side as well.
I think I have two thoughts about this. It's either maybe this like marriage really got to her, and someone said that let her have her fun now and the depression will show later. I definitely could agree with that as well.
Right.
I think it's a bit of a cover-up. Or maybe she was just so ready to get out of that marriage that once it was over, she's like, oh, finally. And like with her and Cody, they've been friends. So maybe there was always something flirty going on, and now that she was out of her marriage and can like pursue that without cheating, she's on it,
Well,
so
and, like there's this video surfacing right now around the internet that he has always had a crush on her, like since they were kids, but kind of along the lines that you were saying, her friends, like a source told Hollywood Life that her friends are worried that she's basically doing this to just mask feeling any of the repercussions from Liam and all of that, and that this is just her kind of hiding behind something, trying to distract herself from it.
And I think we talk about that as well. Like, there's always two kinds of people that come out of a relationship. Either, you want to more in the relationship and you keep to yourself and you're not dating at all, or you go and date a bunch of people. Like, there's really only two.
She's really getting back on that horse.
Yeah.
Really getting back on the horse. I do want to point out that Kendall Jenner gave Miley some love over this whole little message.
She would know.
She would know because she has had her own dating
She definitely
struggles.
goes on to dating different people very quickly as well. And like,
but she's secretive about it. Like, Kendall doesn't put it on social media like Miley does.
We just end up catching her because she's a celebrity.
Exactly. But she did tweet her and she said, I feel this, live your life, girl. And then her and Cody were hanging out again this weekend. It looks like they were having a little couple movie night. He posted about it on his Instagram story. Do you think they actually have like long-term potential, or is this going to be over in a week? Like her thing with Caitlyn was so quick.
I'm two minds of it. I kind of feel like anything she gets in is going to be over quickly at this point.
Okay.
You're not ready to jump into like another long-term
like 10-year plus relationship. Yeah.
I think it's just for fun at this point.
Okay. So
maybe there's feelings.
There's feelings, but we're not going to see her and Cody together 5 years down the line.
Probably not, only because I don't think it's healthy to jump from a marriage into something else long term. I think that just you're avoiding like working on yourself at that point, and I think she does need to be single, and that's why I'm all for her being single.
Right.
Just don't jump into like anything too quickly.
Yeah, I think she needs to just kind of relax, and again, do you, girl, but maybe don't address everything on social.
Well, Brittany says, I think Cody's more into it than her. I actually agree with that.
Yeah, I feel like he's
been single, so he's like waiting.
Right, and he's had a crush on her forever, so he's like, my chance is finally here. Oh my God, yes.
He's taking advantage of it.
Remember when he dated Gigi Hadid? Because I do, and that's so
random.
That's
a throwback. I forgot about that,
That's like one of her first public relationships. Also, something I noticed, I was looking at Miley's Instagram, she's been posting a lot from Bangers because it just turned 5. And I feel like she's going bax into like a Bangers
it's like we've
era.
been here before. It was Bangers.
That's what I feel like is happening.
But she did well with that like tour and album, so it worked. I said this Friday as well. She's very strategic in what she does, and I think that worked in terms of like the Bangers era breaking apart from like being Hannah Montana, and that worked. We kind of like forgot about it, and then now she's kind of doing it again. Like, hey, I want you to forget about my marriage. Look at all the people I'm dating. Like,
here we go.
What was that again? Sorry, Madison?
That was a blah. That's all I associate with Miley Cyrus Bangers era is her tongue out constantly.
Oh my God. I just think
Tongue
of the
out
like
twerking.
Robin Thicke performance.
That's
at
what,
the like,
but she was literally like,
that was the TBT. Like, that is, I think, burned in everyone's mind if you watch that performance.
because everyone was literally like,
unforgettable.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into Car Jenner tea time.
I can never do it like Courtney.
I know.
Car Jenner tea time.
That was good. That was better. That was better.
No.
I feel like I just don't have the. Well, I could do it, but I don't want to burst everyone's eardrums. I leave that to him for sure. Yes, Bangers is 5, you guys. I know that makes me feel old as well.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it's that old, but it is.
And Courtney will be back tomorrow to do Car Jenner tea time, y'all. So don't you worry.
Don't stress, but please be kind, okay? Let's first start and talk about Kylie and Taiga. They've run into each other again this weekend. They were both at Hyde, which is a nightclub here in LA. Kylie and Chloe arrived around 1 a.m. Taiga was already there. He didn't leave until around 2, so they had plenty of time inside. Now, there is no way that this can be a coincidence.
At this point, I don't think it is.
Thank you.
I was hoping for it just being a coincidence. I was giving her benefit of the doubt when she's like, we ran into him at the studio. I dropped my friends off. But Los Angeles is a huge place, and there are plenty of clubs to go out to. And I understand celebrities frequent the same spots.
Right.
But you definitely knew he was there. It's like when your friends text you, like when your toxic ex is somewhere, they're like, they're at the club, like, don't come. So she knew.
I 1000% agree. I think that this was a planned meetup, but they're gonna play it off like, oh, Kylie and Chloe just wanted a girls' night out, and like they just happened to show up where Taiga was.
Odd that also Lamar was there with his new girlfriend.
Right.
That's like a weird coincidence, and I feel like that actually might have been a coincidence.
That I think was not planned because apparently
they left.
Right, as soon as Kylie and Chloe got there, Lamar and Serena were like, peace. We're dipping out.
There's no way his new girlfriend is gonna be putting up with that. Like she's like a strong woman. She's not having it.
I don't think she even wants to be in the same vicinity as Chloe because she doesn't want to give people something to talk about, to be like, oh, did Sabrina talk to Chloe? Did Chloe say something to her? Like, I don't think she even wants that narrative out there.
Definitely.
But Kylie and Taiga, I think we're on the brink of them getting back together.
Yeah, it's sort of like the fool us once, okay, but we're not going to be fooled twice. And like, you're meeting up again.
And they definitely had enough time inside. Now, they didn't leave together, but to me, that doesn't mean anything. We know people can leave separately and still meet up later.
Yeah, exactly. And just you probably were talking in the club.
Oh, yeah. They had an hour. I mean, by the time that they got there, they definitely had at least an hour together.
And they're not going to talk to each other.
Right.
Like, you're going to say hi, and even just to be friendly, let's say. And there's definitely more going on at this point.
Okay, so originally you had felt like Kylie and Travis, this breakup was for PR, wasn't real, that they were just probably going to get back together. That's why she clapped back to the Taiga thing initially. Because she was like, no, I don't want you to think that like I'm hanging out with Taiga.
I'm still going to get back with Travis, stop.
But now, have you changed your mind after this little hookup situation?
Not exactly. I do think that Travis is Kylie's baby daddy. So there will be like,
they'll always be connected.
Yeah, and I feel like she'll go back to him. I think maybe this might be a little thing with Taiga. I still kind of think it's a PR stunt. I don't know.
Okay,
because
interesting.
Once again, you have to look at it from the reverse. She is showing up at the club that Taiga's at. Is that not a little too fishy? Like,
that's how I feel. I just feel like, okay, twice past midnight in a matter of 5 days, like that's not something that just accidentally happens.
Well, now I'm like, well, are you doing it on purpose?
Right. And if it does accidentally happen, then geez Louise, the universe is telling you guys that you need to be together because you keep showing up at the same place. But I think that it is something definitely more. Lisa says Taiga is better husband material.
I saw that too. That's interesting. I always liked Taiga for his big personality, and I think they were a lot more fun together. And once again, was this not Taiga was her first love? Like, you know what I mean in that sense. And
people are gonna be like, oh yeah, Tiana, we know Taiga was literally like her first year.
Yeah, like literally.
Towed the line of being inappropriate.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. They always had a weird connection in terms of always like talking to each other and going back to each other and being involved and dating people that they knew, and I don't know.
We have Autumn saying they don't need that narrative again. Kylie needs to focus on herself and baby Stormy and focus on that billionaire business she's got going on. I agree. Taiga raised her. Tracy, you're getting shady, and I love it. I agree, but I also just feel like because when they broke up, they left each other on good terms. I feel like that always left the door open for like once Kylie did grow up and did experience a few things that like there was always potential that her and Taiga could find their way back to each other.
I agree.
I just don't want Taiga to like stop putting out music and like focusing on his own
Because you were concerned about that last time that he kind of like went off the radar and like you were like went into a little debt. And I was like, really? Okay.
Oh yeah, he went into a lot of debt when he dated Kylie the first time because he only had like those few really popular songs and, you know, trying to keep up with the Kardashians, keep up with a girlfriend who was on her way to becoming a billionaire.
Yeah, I think Travis was more low-key anyway, so he always sort of tried to stay out of the news a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
With everything.
Tamara saying she never really got over Taiga. She moved on way too fast with Travis. It did happen really fast, and then I feel like she got pregnant right away, which is why for a long time people were like, is Taiga the baby
I know,
daddy?
I remember that. Could you imagine that drama? And now it's like resurfacing. I just kind of think she let the Travis split go very easily, and that's fishy as well. Like,
right, you were with this person for 2 years, and you had a baby together.
I was just gonna say, you had a baby together, and like she's not really addressing it. So that's what makes me think like there's still hope. I kind of feel like they will get back together. I don't even fully think that they're broken up. I think something else is going on. They might be taking a break. We were on a break. But honestly, I'm still not 100% convinced that they're broken up.
Okay, we have Moon Goddess saying, I think Kylie needs to learn to be okay being single and not dependent on a man.
Facts.
I agree, but she's also very dependent on her friends. Like, I don't think Kylie is good at being alone. Because even like last night, she was with Stassi. They went to Universal, the Horror Nights or whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
I just think she's not very good at being by herself, which definitely is something like every person, every woman needs to be able to do.
She should hang out with Miley a little and get that like be single, get your own, like, you know what I mean?
All of that. And then, so Julesy Jules says, Travis did cheat the entire time she's done with him. So Travis did actually respond to cheating rumors because you guys know we've been talking about his side chick, Miss Young Sweet Ro.
Miss Young Sweet Ro.
You love that we call her by her Instagram.
Yeah.
So he did actually address those as well on his Instagram. He posted an Instagram story and he wrote, it's really affecting when you see false things said about you. Once again, these false stories about me cheating are simply not true. Focusing on life, music, and family at this moment is what's real.
And Kylie never confirmed like the cheating either. So I kind of feel like, would you not be ready to like drag him if he cheated on you, especially because you're going out and like meeting up with Taiga? Like,
but
I feel
like that might be her way of dragging him though. Because remember when the whole Jordan Woods thing happened and like Kim and Chloe, they were like posting stuff in Palm Springs and she's like, we're better than this, like we're better than this Instagram stuff, we're better than this social media stuff. So the way she might be sticking it to Travis is, you know what, I'm gonna go to the one person who you were probably the most insecure about.
Fair,
Taiga.
But why the very friendly tweet about the breakup? You know, like,
yeah.
It just seemed very like, we're on great terms, we love each other. If he cheated, I feel like that'd be very hard for her to do.
That's true, but not if they're trying to help each other.
He might have been like, you know, on some other women, and that's the problem.
We had some overly friendly DMs.
Yeah, overly friendly. Great use of that phrase. Overly friendly DMs for sure, and that would make you like, you know, Kylie's blocking Young Sweet Ro. I can't say that Instagram handle. Like, it's just not. I can't take it seriously.
Jessica says maybe she's keeping her options open. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then Nia says
she's a billionaire. She can keep all the options open.
To carry the further seasons of Keeping Up. Do you think that this whole situation will be on Keeping Up in the future?
I feel like Kylie usually stays out of Keeping Up.
I'm 50-50. Like, I could see her being like, okay, Mama Chris, I'll do this for you. But I could also see her being like, no, this is my private life. I don't want it out there.
Yeah, I feel like.
Which is contradictory. But.
She hid an entire pregnancy. It's clear that there's certain aspects of her private life that she wants private.
Yeah, I think Chris lets Kylie and Kendall get away with a lot more when it comes to them wanting to hide things than the older sisters.
I agree.
Which isn't fair.
Well,
Chloe's whole situation had to be on there.
Everyone always says that, like, oh, Kylie is like Kris Jenner's favorite now. And then also part of me is like, is this a Kris Jenner stunt? The Taiga.
Right. That's what some people thought. A lot of people.
Kris, like, you go back to that ex.
Right,
like,
on Twitter, we're like, I feel like Mama Chris is putting this together.
She just stirs the pot and then is up in her helicopter watching down on everyone and is like, you go with them. It's like the puppet master.
Right, exactly. Or maybe that first meetup with Taiga was totally coincidental, and then this weekend she was
Chris is like, you
"Ah!"
go to that club.
Yeah.
He's there.
And then
Chris makes the call, like he's
Chloe
there.
Just had to run in with Lamar and Sabrina, like that was totally unplanned.
I feel so bad for Chloe.
I know.
I feel like
she's working on it, but you know what? They had a girls' night out, so that's good.
Yeah, you know, sister night out.
A little sister night out.
Sister night out running into your exes.
And his new girlfriend, what a time.
Yeah, and his new girlfriend that's like a boss, like literally
could snap anyone's neck.
Yeah.
Okay, let's kick it off with the Bieber news. We're gonna get into the whole Taylor Swift thing in just a second, but first I want to fill you guys in on what Justin's mom had to say about Hailey. This is
I love that his mom like always throws herself in the mix.
I will say Patty loves to kind of get involved.
But then I feel like my mom would also be like that. Like
Patty,
I'm gonna defend you. It's hard to sit back and not. You know.
It's the mom clause. You know what I mean? The mom clause come out. Selena's mom does the same thing. But what's interesting is like there were rumors when Justin and Hailey first got together that Justin's mom didn't like her and that she actually preferred him with Selena. Like, a lot of people felt this way. So to see her being so forthcoming with, like, compliments of Hailey is kind of a big deal.
Well, they're married now, so I would hope his mom is on board. Yeah.
Well, you would hope, but that's not always how it works. Trust me.
True.
I know a lot of
Madison goes to a lot of weddings.
I know a lot of married people.
But it's Courtney at the wedding.
Yes,
it
doesn't necessarily mean a marriage equals you must like them now. But anyway, she wrote, "You have truly been blessed with a beautiful bride, son, inside and out. I don't think I could have picked a better match for you. You are a gift to each other. I am grateful and consistently humbled by the love and blessings of God over you both. My mama's heart is full." Okay, here we go again.
Well, I feel like his mom had to have been convinced at this point. Hailey has been with him for so much now. Like, he's been crying and dealing with a lot of other things. He's been crying. You know all those like paparazzi photos where he's like in tears. He's been sobbing everywhere. I feel like she's been there for a lot, so I would hope his mom at this point is on board.
I mean, yes, but still, there could be part of her that's like,
yeah,
meh.
But Hailey definitely earned the respect. I feel like, you know.
And I really do believe that his mom does like her. I don't think that she would be so forthcoming about this on social media if she wasn't. We have Brittany saying, "Crying about Selena, LOL." The only part I felt like she could be talking about Selena was when she said, "I couldn't have picked a better partner for you," because I feel like that might have been a little like, okay, you know, you did a good job, but that's just my own personal
Someone
thoughts.
said Hailey's a good babysitter.
That is true.
Oh my God, that's great,
probably
actually.
why Justin's mom is now finally approving.
Yeah, she's like, I don't have to babysit anymore. Now you can do it.
Yeah, let's see. WubDub says, "Do you think Justin's mom really does like Hailey? Didn't she call her aside? She did in the past, but now..."
Which is so, like, embarrassing for her soul, like, to have to come back and be like, "No, I love you. Like, I'm so happy you got married."
Beautiful inside out.
Just don't say anything in the first place and you don't have to come and defend it later.
Well, she also, like, changed her Twitter name, and there was, like, a lot of things that were, like, hinting that she didn't love Hailey. We have Sarah Dye saying, "Crying because he regrets a no prenup." True. But I'm happy that the mom, Patty, is seemingly on board for right now. Now we can get into Hailey's Instagram Live, because I know that's exactly why everyone's here. So if you've been waiting for the tea on Justin making fun of Taylor Swift,
it's time.
Go ahead and share this video with everyone who is a Belieber, a Selenator, a Swiftie. It's time.
There's lots to dissect.
There's a lot to dissect. First, let's talk about
Madison.
the fact that Justin admitted he does have an album ready to go that he's supposedly going to put out before the end of the year.
We have heard this before.
I know, but
he always says he has new music.
But he was skating around and he was like, "New album before the end of the year," and then he was like, "New song coming soon," and then Hailey was like, "Don't say soon, because I feel like people get irritated when you say that, because then you don't actually..." She didn't say you don't deliver.
I feel like it's so easy to say, just like, new music coming soon, because he's a musician and people are like, "Where's the album? Like, we want it."
Then there's no like actual deadline.
Soon.
Well, I just said soon.
Soon what? Like in 5 months, a year, 2 years? Like, it could mean anything.
Exactly. What will be interesting is if him and Selena drop music around the same time. Based on the timeline that they're both teasing, it could be very, very, very possible.
I'm just so sick of like linking the two. I feel like I said this Friday as well.
But if that happens, you know that will be a huge deal.
Of course. And that's what I'm saying. Like, for their own sake, maybe their PR people should coordinate and not have the albums drop around the same time.
Right.
Because Justin is married now. People have to, I feel like we have to let that go.
I know we have to let it go, but if that happens...
If it happens...
Selena shippers are not going to let that go. They will come out swinging.
I know.
But I thought you'd be happy that Justin actually does have new music
on
his brain.
Anything Justin Bieber does, like, I am, in terms of music.
Right.
Let's clarify that. Anything he does musically, I'm always a fan of.
Very pro. Like. Okay, so also on this Instagram Live, you guys... Justin was making fun of Taylor Swift's Banana video that aired on The Tonight Show. We talked about this on Friday. Her mom actually sent Jimmy Fallon a video of her post-LASIK eye surgery. She was on some drugs. She was trying to eat bananas. She was all drugged up. You guys, take a look at the Taylor Swift clip just to refresh your memory.
Try to get this one.
I'm gonna get the other one for you. Okay.
This one, but what do we do with this now?
I'll eat it. It's mine.
But it doesn't have a head.
Honey?
Okay, now that that's fresh in your brain, him being like, "It doesn't have a head. I want a banana."
Honestly, not that funny.
Right, but now listen to Justin and hear his mockery of the video.
Good morning.
That was so funny.
It's not the record. It has no head.
Like, he was definitely making fun of Taylor
Not
Swift.
a great thing to do after you've already been accused of bullying Taylor Swift.
Thank you.
I agree with that.
Thank you.
I am not even a Swiftie, but there's right and there's wrong.
Right.
And I feel like also he was doing it very casually in terms of like, he had that on his mind. He wasn't looking at the camera and saying it like,
right.
It's almost worse that he's saying it casually in the background of a live. Because
I agree.
That is, you're making fun of her.
No, 1,000%.
And his tone as well. He's like stern in what he's saying. Like he's not joking around.
He's kind of trying to do the like, he has like a whiny voice going on.
Yeah,
I feel
whiny,
like
that's a good
he
comment.
just is definitely trying to be, I don't even know, like sassy.
He's trying to be like comical and like
and just
sassy.
a little douche.
It's
That's
not
what it is. I mean,
big
really.
facts. It's not coming across very well on his part. And like, this is why he does need to release new music because he's distracted with all this other stuff.
Right, and of course, this is coming off of the whole, like you just said, the whole Scooter Braun situation where she had that screenshot that he tried to say like, oh, I've always loved Taylor Swift. I've always been a complete nice person to her. Scooter and I have both always admired her. Haley commented on that post and said, gentlemen, obviously
And she's
supporting
laughing
Justin.
in the live too,
And
which
she's
is also so
laughing,
rude.
And she's like, that's so funny. And I just feel like this is not a good look for her either. And it also puts like their mutual friends, like the Hadids. Like,
of course.
Gigi is really good friends with Haley, but she's also really good friends with Taylor. Like if I was that person, I'd kind of be like, why?
Of course. I also just think Justin and Taylor are not on good terms.
Right.
Because of the whole Scooter situation. Even if you did put out a statement saying you love her, you might want to tiptoe around that like subject for a while because it's still very sensitive. And as much as I said I don't find the Taylor Swift video funny because I think it's just like, I mean, it's funny in the sense of like, haha, but it's not like, oh my God, it's so wild. Like, ah. But I do think like Justin crossed a bit of a line there. He didn't need to. It's very mocking. He's mocking her.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely. Which of course we know that he is funny. He's a prankster. That's always his excuse, though. I feel like when it's something like this, like, oh my God, everyone's so uptight they can't take a joke. It's like, but you know that people are going to react this way, given everything that's so fresh. Taylor's also Selena's best friend, so then there's that added layer to it as well. I just feel like he knows exactly what's going to piss people off, and then he tries to say it's a joke. Everyone's uptight. What's wrong with everybody else?
Him and Haley have talked about the situation, obviously privately.
Right.
And as much as they're like, oh, we love you, they're probably at home being like, oh, what is this, like, ish? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's coming out in things like this live. She's like agreeing and laughing. And Doohan said, I feel like Haley is still a fangirl for Justin and doesn't realize she's his wife. Like,
no, absolutely.
That's like cheering him on. Like, you can do no wrong. That's so true.
She's a believer through and through. We have Nia saying how boring your sex life has to be to do this on your honeymoon.
That's
but actually,
so true.
I see a lot of you guys talking about how boring their sex life must be. Winnie says, SMH, they both need to leave the internet. Wubbed up, LOL, Haley, you clown. If you lose your body, you'll turn into Rob hiding in your husband's house. Okay, that was really, really savage sometimes.
A lot of people are saying it's not funny, and that's true in terms of, I think he thinks this is funny. Being a bully is not funny, ever.
Right.
You don't need to even comment on that, and if you're going to say like, oh, it's so funny, like Taylor, ha ha, but he's mocking her. Like every single time I watch this clip, it angers me more and more because he's being a bully, and he tries to be such a prankster and funny and quirky.
Right.
That's not
as
funny.
an excuse.
It's
That's
not
always
funny.
his excuse. And I guarantee you, pretty soon, in the next couple of days, we're going to hear a report come out about Justin's mental health. Because always when he does something bad, a few days later, either he does something to be linked to Selena again, or it's always like, oh, I've been struggling, I'm going through this, because then how can we comment on somebody and call somebody a bully if like they're struggling and going through something that we don't understand?
And it's so unfortunate that is the cover up, because like you're saying, you can't really comment against it, and if it is like his defense mechanism in terms of like when he gets called out
messed up
for doing something wrong, that's not fair.
Yeah.
And you should own that. Like he should come out and say, yeah, I was mocking her, my bad, I was being a bully, I'm so sorry.
Right, or even during that, because it was an Instagram Live, like after he said that, he could have easily been like, Taylor, I'm kidding, I love you, and then it would have been over.
And even then, it would be like, but obviously he didn't recognize what he was doing, which is even worse. It means it's coming from a bad place.
Yeah, Karina says, he's grown, he should know the difference, there is no excuse, sorry, got hella mad. No, absolutely.
I honestly just thought it was even worse that Haley was laughing, because if I was his wife in that scenario, I feel like I would have been like, okay, like, behind the scenes, like, chill. Like,
especially, I just feel like it looks bad, another female bringing down another female. I just feel like that perpetuates that. like really negative
And Taylor
narrative.
Swift, no offense, loves that narrative. So
Right.
she's going to like get right on this.
Exactly.
I'm sure she will get on it.
Well, the Swifties are already on it. They are, as someone said earlier, completely going after, which honestly, Justin is equally to blame. So I don't think it's fair that they're predominantly going after Hailey. I don't think that's fair. I also, we talk about this a lot. Death threats, mean comments like that, absolutely unnecessary, not okay on any level for any reason. But they're definitely going after Hailey, and she actually addressed one of the Swifties because the Swiftie actually tweeted her a video of this girl who's going off about Hailey. Like she's like, Hailey,
let me know,
like
Maddison.
you're a flop model. You wouldn't have a career if you weren't married to Justin. Like you had a lot of privilege, and you couldn't even like have a career with all the privilege you were given in the world.
That's
like,
actually interesting in terms of using the word privilege because both of them are privileged. Justin and Hailey are very privileged in like this. In scenarios, we always give them benefit of the doubt.
Right, but she was just saying like, Hailey, you basically had your life handed to you on a silver platter and you still like couldn't deliver.
That is a hot take.
Yeah, I mean, this girl is literally going off on her, but the Swiftie who tweeted her about it said like, if I could emphasize a video 100 times over, I would. I mean, the video was savage. It's just a minute of this girl just like destroying Hailey and being like, she's unintelligent, like you're trying to enter a conversation, you don't know what you're talking about, like it's pretty wild.
Is she wrong though?
Right. I mean, I'm already seeing clown emojis
Like,
in the chat.
I know Courtney always says, get your clown mask.
Yeah,
like,
they are on.
I think at this point, Justin and Hailey need a clown
Yeah,
mask.
that
like,
Kimmy
I think
says
both of them do.
Hailey and Justin need to exit.
Yeah.
They gotta go. Well, Hailey responded to this girl and said, I never knew I could make somebody this upset. Truly, I'm so sorry you're this upset. Lord have mercy. I hope I'm never this upset about someone I don't know. But because the Swifties are detectives, I will say compared to other fan bases, like they will like totally spam someone and go after them, but they're detectives. So they found these old tweets from Hailey in 2012 when she was being mean to Taylor Swift and making fun of Taylor Swift and Harry Styles' relationship.
Well, isn't that a match then? Hailey and Justin just both bullies and they found each other, which is why she is laughing in that video
and
as well.
that's Mary Mayhem says Hailey is a hypocrite, which is exactly what people are saying.
Yeah,
They're
that's
like,
a good point.
Oh, you're mad that people are talking about you because they don't know you, but yet in 2012 you didn't know Taylor Swift and there you were talking about Taylor Swift.
It's also a bit hypocritical on Justin's part because he always talks about spreading love and he's all about positivity and this is not a way to spread love.
Right.
Even if he meant it in a joking way, don't even bring it up. You know the context to what's going on with your situation with Scooter and Taylor.
Right.
So why are you even mentioning her name?
Exactly. I still just think it looks bad all around, and especially with the Scooter situation for Hailey again. I just feel like it looked bad already when she commented on his post and was like, a gentleman, whatever. Now this is like strike two.
Yeah, it's clear that she like is a ride or die for him, even when he's completely wrong.
Which
so
I have a question for you.
Lay it on me.
If your spouse did something publicly wrong, would you support them like on social media regardless, or would you like just stay silent and behind the scenes be like, you need to get it together?
I would never marry someone that was a bully like that.
True.
So I feel like in that case, she does kind of have to ride or die for him. I think what's going on in private, though, would be very interesting. I wonder if she's commenting like, okay, you can't keep doing this.
Right.
But I don't know if she thinks that way.
See, instead of like being on Twitter and being like, wow, Lord have mercy, you are so upset over someone you don't know, I would just be quiet and I'd be like, well, first of all, I wouldn't have been giggling over that, but in private, I'd be like, look, you need to get your shit together, dude. You're embarrassing me. You're always on social media making fun of other people. It's making me look bad. You look bad. Get it together.
But that's why I'm like, does she even think like that?
Right,
to be laughing.
I think Doohan made a good point. Like, she is such a fan. Like, she's such a stan.
She needs to realize she's the wife now, and you know, I'm all for supporting your person, but when they're wrong this many times, you might need to have a little chat about it.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what being a partner and a spouse actually is. We have Mary Mayhem saying, Hailey is not a girl's girl if she keeps coming for other women all the time. I completely agree. Brittany says, Hailey is head over heels for Justin and obsessed. I don't think she believes he can do wrong less it has to do with her. Okay, so saying it's more that has to do with Justin than her.
Someone said Hailey has a mind of a teenage girl, but she's married. Good luck having kids.
That's
#,
true.
rich people problems.
I feel like if Hailey does have another have a kid, which we know that's probably in the cards, especially now that they had their ceremony.
Yeah, I'm sure they want
She's literally
kids.
having like another baby with Justin. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Justin's a kid and Hailey would then have a baby.
Well, I'm even reading that as they think Hailey's immature, and also, like, how is she going to have a kid?
That's true.
That's so true. I mean,
I mean, if you think about Justin being a dad, I just feel like he's at a really immature state.
I think he has potential to be a good father if he cleans his act up.
Do you want someone who's joking about that, raising a child?
Like imagine
rearing a child in this world?
Exactly. Like having to
rearing
like
a child.
defend your dad who's like calling out like Taylor Swift and mocking her after all this has happened. Like how embarrassing for your soul.
No, absolutely. We have Christina saying Hailey and Justin are perfect for each other, not in a good way because they're both immature. And I think maybe Hailey is more immature than we thought. Like I always feel like I'm always on Justin's case being like, he's so immature. Yeah. Look at him humping the air. Look at him making all these jokes. But
she's putting up with it.
But maybe, she has to equally like that and be okay with it. I could not be married to someone like that.
No, definitely not.
Absolutely
I feel
not.
like I am more the Selena route, wanting to be in a mature relationship, and she deserves someone on her level. And
Niall Horan, hopefully.
And Niall Horan, we've talked about that Friday. And it makes a lot more sense as to why that relationship didn't work out when you really look at Justin and Hailey and what's going on.
Yeah, Essence of Val says Justin and Selena couldn't work because Selena has her own goals and career. He needed Hailey, someone to babysit him and cater to him and his needs. Selena is too much of a boss.
I agree with that. They're totally different maturity levels for sure to me. And aren't they like the same age? I think she's like, 2 years older or something?
Right, and I think it's interesting because I feel like true Selenators at this point don't want Justin and Selena back together. Like, you know how you hate that they're always connected? Like, I feel like true Selena fans also want that to be over.
Well, yeah, why would you want that to continue? You know, if you were really a fan and, you know.
Right, and how can Selena be back with somebody who publicly has made fun of her best friend multiple times?
That's a great point.
Like,
once again.
I'd be like, actually, I can never speak to you again because my friend has actually been here this whole time.
Yeah.
You have not.
I wonder what Taylor Swift thinks of all of this. Like, because I feel like she is very public when someone's bullying me and like, you know.
Right.
So I wonder if she's going to comment on this or just leave it. I think at this point she may just leave it.
I think she's going to leave it and let the Swifties take care of it because the Swifties are handling it. I feel like she doesn't even need to get involved. I feel like they got it covered. They got it covered. But you guys, that is all the time that we have. This went by really fast today.
This did. I blinked and it was an hour later. And I'm like, I gotta go watch all the videos that you guys will see later, ready to come out.
You guys, make sure to tune in to Daily Rewind later this afternoon. Tiana will be joining us.
I will be filling in for Courtney today.
Yes, so make sure you check out Daily Rewind. Make sure you're shopping the Hollyscoop store. Make sure you're sharing this video so we can continue to grow the Tea Tribe, so we can do all of the fun things we have planned. Also, make sure you tune in tomorrow for Tequila Tuesday.
And Courtney will be taking the shot of Tequila Tuesday because I will be tapping out for that, you best believe.
Courtney will be back 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You guys, we will see you then. Make sure you're following us on Instagram and on Twitter. Tag us when you're watching and get your merch. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.